guys, today I'm going to be doing my top 10 most anticipated books of 2017. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more than 10 books coming out next year. Thankfully, that'd be really sad. Could you imagine if there were only going to be 10 books coming out in the entire year? That's a really depressing thought. These are just my top 10, but I'm gonna get started. Before I do, I just had my 4-year booktube anniversary. I just did a whole video on some of the things that I have learned from being a viewer of YouTube, as well as being a booktuber these past 4 years. So if you are interested in that video, I'll link it in the description and the card. And yeah, you guys can check that out if you're interested. Book number 1, I actually have it. I'm so excited. This is the next book I'm gonna be picking up to read. But that is Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. And this is book 2 to Passenger. And I did now I don't remember if it was an actual book review or if that was that tag that I did. It was a year ago, so I have a terrible memory. I did some sort of video related to Passenger. I will link that in the description for you guys. So I'm really excited to read this one and see what happens. Filming this on the 3rd, so by the time you're watching this should already be out. So go pick it up, go read it. And I'm going to be reading it really soon in the next couple days. I'm so excited. Next we have The Dark Days Past by Alison Goodman. And this is coming out, I have on here the 31st. This is the second book to the Dark Days Club. And I read this also a year ago. And I did a video on it. It was more of like a tag type video, but I can link that in the description. Loved this book. There were a few things I was like unsure about, and I wasn't really sure if I was going to enjoy it, and then the book went on and I just really got into it. Loved the setting, and the main character was just awesome, and she's like a demon hunter, but she doesn't start out that way. And there's like this slow burning romance that like nothing really happens through the entire book, but it's just enough just to like make you, oh yeah, it's really good. But I'm really excited to get the second one and to read this and see what happens with like her training and everything, and it should be really good. The next book is Traitor to the Throne, and this comes out March 7th, so it's a little ways away. But this is the second book to Rebel of the Sands, and I did do a book review on that book, so I will link that in the description. But I loved that book. It was really good, and I was kind of surprised by it. It's got a beautiful cover, and so yeah, I'm really excited for the second one and to see what happens. Number 4. All right, you guys knew this was coming. A Court of Wings and Ruin. There's no cover yet, but oh my gosh. The first 2 books in this series by Sarah J. Maas were just so good, so good. The Fae, anything to do with her Fae is incredible. The first book I read and was obsessed with, and then I read the second one, and well, I started the second one, I kind of had different feelings. I kind of like changed my mind by the end of the first, and then we get the second book and it's so perfect. I will say this is more like new adult kind of, rather than young adult. And there's a bit more like sexy times compared to Sarah J. Maas's like Throne of Glass series. But then again, that last book of hers in that series had some sexy times too. This book though was more. This series has more. The second book was phenomenal. I want to reread it again. I will be rereading it. Definitely those first 2 books before the third one comes out. Read this series if you haven't yet. It's phenomenal. That comes out May 2nd. Also on May 2nd is Jenny Han's new book, Always and Forever, Lara Jean. I loved the other 2 books. I thought that she was finished, but oh no, she decided to do another, and I am so ready. I loved the first 2. So cute, so perfect. I think I have a review up of like the first, I can link below, but it's just such a cute contemporary story. Jenny Han's books are really good, and she's one of my favorite contemporary authors, and so yeah, so this one's coming out, and sorry, but they're both coming out the same day, so we know which book I'll be reading. But I'll get to this book after, you know, of Court of Wings and Fury. Then at the end of May, I thought I said May 23rd on Goodreads, is Cassandra Clare's new book, Lord of Shadows. Oh, Lady Midnight was really good. I was kind of like slightly worried, like I didn't know if she could top, you know, like the Infernal Devices trilogy is my favorite. Mortal Instruments is great, but Infernal Devices. Lady Midnight was up there with, in my opinion, more like Infernal Devices kind of. I just really loved the main character Emma, loved the romance, loved the action, loved everything. And so I flew through that book. It was a chunk, but I'm so ready to get my hands on the second one, and I'm sure a lot of you are as well. Also, Shadowhunters just came back on TV. I did not watch the premiere. I'm gonna have to look it up online. I need to watch that. You guys should let me know if you have already watched the second season, like the first episode, and if you liked it and your thoughts and everything, because although I had some issues with it and it's a little cheesy from time to time, I still really wanted to like continue to watch it and like to see what happens, I guess. I did really enjoy like the Malik stuff. Then we had to jump to like September, and I don't think there was a date on Goodreads, but the next Throne of Glass book, number 6, there wasn't a cover or title or anything sadly yet, but the Throne of Glass books. I'm so ready for this one because the last one ended terribly. Sarah, I don't forgive you. Well, I will forgive you after reading this book. Maybe. We'll see what I think after. But yes, I would love to finish this series. The series is so wonderful, and I need this book. Then in October, I have here from Goodreads, October 3rd, The Ship of the Dead, which is the new Magnus Chase book by Rick Riordan, and I really enjoyed the other books. I'll be really honest, the Trials of Apollo was not as good to me, really, in comparison to his other books, but the Magnus Chase books are really fun, and I'm still really enjoying those. And so I'm a bit more excited this year, upcoming, for the Magnus Chase book, really, rather than like the new Apollo book. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, that comes out in October, and I will be excited to get my hands on that. Then I've got 2 books, because I'm cheating, by Marissa Meyer. So we've got Wires and Nerves that comes out at the end of this month on January 31st is what I have. Wires and Nerves, and I believe that's a graphic novel, and so anything by Marissa Meyer I'm gonna pick up. But I believe that's about Eco, right? From the Lunar Chronicles? Yeah. So anything from that series I'm gonna read. And it's a graphic novel, which is super fun. And then her other book, which comes out in November, we have to wait a while, is The Gatlin School for Vigilantes. And what? I actually didn't know this was a thing until I started looking up like 2017 releases and everything. Oh my gosh, yes. I am really excited about this book, about superheroes and vigilantes and sidekicks and school. Yes. Yes to everything. Marissa Meyer can do no wrong. I'm so ready for this book. And then the last book on my list, I've been told time and time again this book is coming out this year, but I can't really find much information on it. And that is Vengeful by Victoria Schwab. It's the Vicious #2. And I read Vicious in 2016 and was just in love with it, and found out there's gonna be a second book, was so excited, and now I can't find any sort of dates or anything that it's actually happening. So if you guys know that information, let me know in the comments, and I can like link it to share with all of you. But because right now I'm really unsure, but I'm gonna be really sad if it doesn't come out this year, because I was really hoping for it. And those are my top 10/11, because I threw in 2 Marissa Meyer, but top 10. You guys should let me know what your top 10 are of 2017, or like top 5, or your top 1. What is your most anticipated book of the year? I want to know. And yeah, hopefully these dates are right, because I got them from Goodreads. So if they're not, blame Goodreads, not me. I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. I've got some like vlogs and stuff planned, but yeah, you'll see me very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.